Yeah, I'm gonna put this little GoPro on my head and 1, 2, 3, voila. You're coming with me now. See that? Nice and green. Smells beautiful. I guess if we find Charlie dead in here one day, he'll have died in bliss. Thank God I got a cab and a wiper. No fresh newborn dead calf. What the heck is all this, Mom? Morning, folks. Looks like we got an unexpected Christmas here, and it's miserable. I'm sure all the animals are miserable. We kind of were thinking we're getting summer and spring has come along. Grass is starting to get green and caught even a seasoned Alaskan off guard. Wound up getting, oh, what is that? Good 8 inches of snow here. Just kind of miserable because what it does to the homesteader mentality is you struggle through the winter, you struggle through the darkness, it finally gets spring, you get energy, and then it's like the big dark cloud dumps on you, and suddenly you're thrust back into it. So I'm kind of miserable, animals are miserable, so we have to go out there and sort of back in survival mode. And so I kind of don't want to do really anything today but crawl in my bear den, but we have to keep going forward. So I decided, what the heck, I'm going to take you guys along with me. I'm going to throw a GoPro on my head and go make the best out of the day. So come along today with me while I'm out doing chores, and I'll talk to you along the way, and we'll have a little visit while we're doing the chores. How about that? Stay tuned. So I'm gonna get rid of all this damn snow. See if this thing even starts. Oh yeah. Check it out. Even the duck pen finally collapsed. Snow took down the netting on top of it. So kind of welcome to winter wonder blizzard. Winter in April. Hey, I got Christmas for my birthday. Look at horses, see what survived, what hasn't survived, what disaster is looming, and spend a little time together. Stay tuned. Yeah, I'm gonna put this little GoPro on my head and 1, 2, 3, voila. You're coming with me now. So, look, this thing is on correctly. How's that look, hon?
Looks like it's on.
It looks like it's on the right place.
Yep.
You've been with me for 30 seconds so far. Let's go take use of time. Here we go. Yeehaw. Let's roll out of here. So, wow, everything's snowy. Start this little baby up. The side-by-side's all full of snow. I've been out here once already here to check a few things, and then I decided to come back in and take you along with me. Hey, Stormy. Yep. So let's go check Storm and Alex. This is, you're coming with me on my usual morning detail-y. Hey Storm, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, good boy. Good boy. My goodness, you're getting big. Hey Alex, everybody looking good? Freckle, about time you had your calf. And in here we got, oops, Daisy. She's taking advantage of her shed and what dry spot there is. Okay, they're good. No fresh newborn dead calf. Let's toss these guys just a little bit of hay. I have 1/2 a bale left here, and that is horse hay, but I'm gonna spare a little bit for, here you go, Daisy. And Freckle's gonna intrude if I don't give her some. And later on I'm gonna have to go up to Olga's barn and go get more hay. Thank God I've got a wonderful ex-wife who lets me keep my hay in her barn. Okay, we got that dealt with. Next thing on my rabbit run is to go start the tractor, let it warm up a little bit. Yeah. Hey, cow critters. You know what? The good news is that this is not October and you're looking at 5 months of this. So, good news is that it could be in 2 or 3 days it's all gone. So, let's go start the tractor. I've got it started already, so we're gonna go ahead and step in here. Gonna grab a couple of bales, raise the spear up. I got a bale in the back for a counterweight. Go up here and spear a couple of these. Now you got to realize that underneath all this snow is thawed ground, so it's really kind of, definitely not kind of, but pretty much a freaking bummer. What I do is, this barnyard is so muddy that I've sacrificed a little bit of hay for them just to walk around on. I'm kind of overfeeding them at the moment. Okay, I stand one bale on end. Let's go get the second one. I've also got some hay up there that is just a bunch of chaff. It's weeds, pushki, spireweed, and elderberries from a field that hadn't been hayed in a long time, and it's almost as good as it's real good for bedding. It's fairly inedible, and I use it a lot of times for when the calves are being born, and right after the calf is born, then what a cow does is gets really hungry because she's got a huge hole in her stomach, and sometimes an inexperienced cow will, if you feed them hay for bedding, well, then they'll take that bedding and start eating it and forget about licking and cleaning the calf up. So it's handy to have some kind of bedding. Okay, so here's what we're going to do now. Well, I'm going to use my gloves or not. I guess I am. It's always a toss-up. Use my gloves, get my gloves all wet, and then they get hands cold, or just get my hands wet, and then my hands get warmed up, but the gloves stay dry for later. And that's you know, growing up, gloves are expensive. Hands are expendable, I guess. You know, when you think about it, hands are made of leather, right? Replenishes itself, so that's the way we grew up. Things like you had to buy were hard to come by. Okay, we got this bale unwrapped. I used to cut these strings off, but I find that unwrapping it is really much better for a couple of reasons. One of them is that it doesn't keeps the bale more intact, and the other reason is that it gives me exercise walking around the bale, and in truth it comes off easier to unwrap it, so I don't mind walking around the bale 2 or 3 times. Get your cardio going, and besides, rolls it up in a nice neat little ball, right? Don't have so many microplastics getting off into the wilderness here. Okay, back in the old tractor. So, a lot of this hay here looks kind of crappy, but inside, this is first cutting, not rained on hay, stored outside. The outside top maybe 1 inch is weathered, and the bottom maybe 3 inches where it's sitting on the ground is in bad shape. But about 90% of this hay is really good nutrition. And then what they don't eat, they just kind of stomp in the ground, use for bedding, and then that'll be manure someday for the hay fields. Kind of important to keep a tractor really level when you're picking a loader up, because many people get killed if it's not taken care of properly. Okay guys, well, let me see if I can't tilt this bale just a little bit so when they push it, it rolls away from the fence. Okay, see, it's angled away. So as they push, see how they're diving in there, getting in the middle of that bale? Oh yeah, they like that stuff. Yep. Okay, one bale down, next one to go. See that little lonely calf out there experiencing snow for the first time in its life? What the heck is all this, Mom? Okay, let's grab this bale, spin it up there. Whoa, don't fall apart on me, baby. Okay, I grabbed it wrong and it spun. Some of these bale spears have short spears to keep them from spinning. I lost one, then I lost the second one, and I'm finding that actually this whole thing turns out, if I do this just right, I fling it. There you go. See how I could fling that bale? Perfect. Okay, cows are fed. There's enough there for them all to come in. I've got a little separate enclosure right there. The cows can get through, can get into there, sleep under the tree. Cows can't go in and mess it up, and we'll go visit that in just a minute. So right now, folks, we're gonna zip up here. I gotta run up and bring a bale to oh heck, let's go this way. We're gonna go get a bale and bring it to cow that's gonna calf, and then Daisy. So we're out of hay up there. A little bit of my journey today is getting hay for the various critters while we're at it. Okay, I'm gonna go under around this corner. Get a little bit of snow on us, yeah. Thank God I got a cab and a wiper. Let's see, what shall I do? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I think that bale right here looks like a good bale. You can tell by the color of the center of it. I'll bring that one over to the fresh Mama Daisy and Freckle. So, I'm gonna go over here and drop this bale off where I can fork it over the corral. See these two bales right here? Those are the ones I'm talking about. Those have the old fireweed in them and stuff. They're really good for bedding. These here are a couple of my better bales. Kind of save them for special purposes. I might get one of them if this one isn't too good. What I'm going to do now is use the bale for a snowplow. Okay, kind of slide the snow away. How did I do? Yeah, not too good, not too bad. Let's try again. Might be doing more damage than good here. Okay, now set that bale down on end. Oh, amazing what you can do with a bale spear, ain't it? Yeah, one like as if you had only one finger on both hands. Learn to use that. Okay, let's go see what condition this bale might be in and feed those cows a little bit of that. See that? Nice and green. Smells beautiful. Yeah. Out here on this edge, perfectly good hay out there, so I'm pretty optimistic this will be a good bale. So, looks pretty bad, don't it? Well, let's dig into here. What I'm going to do is pull this away, and that's the bottom, and that's been sitting on the ground, so it is in bad shape. So see here now, we're getting into the better hay right already. So what I like to do is peel away the bottom. It gives me a good idea what the hay is like. Take this outer layer and get rid of it. Okay, now I could throw that across the fence for bedding. Or what I like to do now that I got this outer rim gone, now I can flip this one over, so if it does rain, water don't get in the end of it. So you have to realize that people don't like sometimes weirded out that we leave hay outside. Well, round bales were invented because in the old days, before balers, we used to make shocks. Those little piles of hay. And what that was just like nature's thatched roof, right? Here you go, Freckle. Now, you know what, girl? I expect you to have a cotton picking calf soon. Okay? Come on, Daisy. Daisy. Woo! She's still eating on the hay I gave her in there. So, here I am, getting a double view of me somehow. And what you're experiencing right now is just straight out documentary me on one of my everyday things. Not just necessarily going out of my way to show you, you know, the special this, the special that. We're gonna edit it, of course, to make it short. And, you know, you're hearing me talking. That's what I do. I do say hello to Freckle in the morning, and I do say hello to Daisy. Always happy to see her, even though she's abandoned me for her calf. You know, yeah, I do talk to the animals. I do, you know, observe and comment as we go. But that's part of my life. And I remind myself of things to do. And sometimes I answer myself, and sometimes I argue with myself, but rarely do I lose the argument. So we're going to keep popping around here until maybe I go in and eat breakfast, eh? What do we got here? Let's jump up on this here post. Now, there's Daisy. You know, Freckle is actually Daisy's mother. And they both come from a line of Simmentaler cows, which originate there in Switzerland, maybe France area, as far as I know. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. Send me a note. Say, hey, buddy, you're wrong. A couple down there, you see my brown Swiss cow. Like that old cow. That one is Spring, and the other lighter one is called Devony. Anyway, yeah, those cows kind of special to Homestead because they're part of our heritage. Anyway, let's go do more stuff. Oh my goodness, I forgot to bring hay to the calves, right? I'm gonna grab a load of hay here and waddle down here through the snow on the way to pick up the wheeler. Everything I do is geared towards efficiency, somewhat through laziness. Hey, Charlotte, I'm coming. Looky there. It's always nice to have a friendly calf. Will you be my friend? Huh? Will you be my friend? I'll bet you will be. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on. Looky here. Looky there. Yeah. Yeah. Good girl. Oh, don't run away. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of this and toss it over there, because that will lure the calves into that compartment, and then they can come up here. You can see where they were sleeping here and here and here. Got out of the wind and the snowstorm. Hey, girl. Hey. Ah, she's probably just acting a little bit precocious this morning. She usually comes right up to me. Okay, onward through the winter wonderland. Try not to dump some snow right down my neck. Right. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, holy crap, that was not expected, was it? Couldn't quite see that hole in the snowbank. I missed the road by a little bit. Let's do something different. Okay. Woo! That certainly is a winter wonderland. Wow. So here we go, down on Grandpa's farm. Kilcher Homestead, Kilcher country. There's the old milking stable, flower bower, chicken coop. And here's the old hay barn that is falling apart, and you guys are going to help me rebuild here in a moment. Thank God it's still standing. Wow. Okay. Well, while we're at it, let's go take a tour around the old, call it the old cabin, my dad's old cabin, since he lived here longer than anybody in it, and take a look at what I have to look at every day. Isn't that something? Wow. Oh, here we go. Man, it almost wants me to go jump on a snow machine. Yeah, maybe I will just one last time. Anyway, driving around here, it reminds me of all the projects yet to do. Let's go say hi to the bull, shall we? Hey, bully. How you doing, buddy? Want to say hi to everybody? Huh? Hello. Hello, buddy. Yeah. You made it through another winter, didn't we? Yeah. Kind of turned into a miserable day, didn't it? Let me unwrap this rope off your horns, buddy. There we go. He likes to toss the rope up behind his horns like that, because then it doesn't hang down his face. But then again, sometimes he wraps it 2 or 3 times around his horns, and then his rope is longer, then he can't reach the hay. So always got to check on that. And then sometimes if he drags it around that pole too many times, it gets wound around it, or the rope twists up. See, that rope has got a twist in it, and so it's important that he pulls on it at a regular interval, because when he pulls on it, he has a swivel in the where it's tied up to the pole, and then it untwists. So I always feed him on the very periphery of his circle, so he keeps that rope tight and stretched and free. There's little things that people wouldn't think of. I have people that'll feed him right near the pole, and then he wraps hay around the pole and wraps the rope around the pole, and nothing spins and nothing swivels, and come out in the morning and he's on a 3-foot long tether in the miserable in a rainstorm. It's like, whoa, well, that didn't work. Okay, Last thing we're gonna do is go over here. We're gonna grab the putt-putt. Gonna start it up right quick here, let it warm up for a minute. Then I'm gonna get the broom, sweep it out, and see where we put the pad up here out of the way. Not too stupid. We'll start that thing. I'm gonna let it run here and warm up for a minute, and then we'll go up and get some more hay to feed the horses and all. So while that's warming up, I'm gonna take a little walk over here, take on a little tour of the grain shed and what we call the troika barn up there. This grain shed I got from some friends that used it as a weather monitoring station, and they gave it to us, and it's a really good little grain storage shed. You've seen it before. And that there we call the troika barn, and that was built back in the late 90s when the timber was harvested. And you'll see all those tree stumps are cut high by the big feller machines that came in here back then. And then we made a little shack in the top of it where we store hay, and Troika was supposed to live downstairs. So anyway, let's take a little walk. Hey, goaty. We'll bring some hay down for that goat. So you can see where snow blows in any damn thing. We use this for kind of tack room and storage, and there's a couple of cow feet hanging there for doggy bones, you know. And there's the stairs going up into the troika barn. Let's go over here and grab just a little bit of hay for that goat. Yeah? Goaty Odie. Goaty Odie Odie. Come here, Goaty Odie. There you go. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. And go grab a couple of little handful of grain for the goat, just because I'm having a soft moment. Goaty, look what I got for you. Check it out. Uh-huh. Yeah. Not so bad, huh? Okay, folks, that's this part of the tour. Thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for staying tuned. And
back on the homestead, Otto Kilcher catches up on some morning routine chores, when suddenly a dangerous overlook caused him to press the record button on the iPhone to record. But what Otto didn't know was he was already recording, so he now pressed the record button to stop recording. This dangerous mistake has Otto thinking he's recorded himself, but he's actually not, which you see caught on the GoPro footage below. This simple overlook could cause the whole video to be a failure, and could lead to Otto losing potential resources, and he just might not make it through the winter.
Heck, it's a lot of fun just having you guys along. So, having somebody to talk to, right? Yeah, that's why I do this. Yeah. Oh gosh, if you can't have a good laugh somehow on a miserable day, then you just can't do much, can you? And then suddenly, through the misery, the clouds part. Take a look what we're having a look at here. My goodness, huh? Look at there. Hallelujah, brother. Hallelujah. How good can that be? Hey, Charlotte. It's not so bad now the sun is out, huh?
The sun's beautiful.
Yeah.
Just trying to shovel out some of the snow from this area.
Oh, yeah.
It just gets everything so wet when this melts.
I gave them more really good hay over there. I got a really good bale. The outside was and the inside is good. So everybody's fed, everybody's happy. Okay, well, I think that about winds up chores. I think we'll call this a wrap. Oh my God, look at this little funny thing here. Dog and the colt playing. Oh, that's so cute. The horse could do some damage if it wanted to, but I think it's just enjoying kind of playing. Wow. Okay. They kind of nip at each other, but they know they're not trying to really hurt each other. Isn't that the cutest thing in the frickin' world? Hey, Charlie, you done with that? Stormy, you done with that too? Huh? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, good boy. No, you're not gonna nibble on me. I don't play with you. No, the dog wants to play with you. Oh my God, have you seen this, Charlotte?
I've seen them. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Like they're both just gluttons for attention.
Yeah, it's kind of like the goose.
Yeah. Better be careful, Charlie. That horse could do you some damage.
He's gotten bitten.
He has?
Yep. He goes in for more.
You know, the horse don't look like he's trying to hurt him. He's just nipping him, playing. They're both playing.
Yeah.
I guess if we find Charlie dead in here one day, he'll have died in bliss.
Yeah.
Damn. Be careful, Charlie. Oh yeah, stay away from that foot. See, he got thumped. Uh-huh. Okay, well. God. Okay, one last little thing I'm going to do is give the horses the grain. Come on. There you go. Hey, Stormy. Alex. Hey, well, that's it. Got the horses their grain, gave them their water. Everything's done. Thanks for coming along. Spending the morning doing my chores with me. It was fun having you along. It was good for me. I hope it was good for you. Stay tuned. See you down the trail.